This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is my friend Bradley Summers from the Boys and Girls Club of Alpena. Hi, Brad.
Hi, Nancy.
So what's happening at the club?
So we've got a lot of fun initiatives going on, with the school shut down, things like that. We're doing some virtual programming online to kind of assist some of the kids with tutoring efforts and to give them some kind of reprieve, from being in the house all the time. So, one of the things we're trying to do too is a yoga initiative, doing some yoga programming with the kids, partnering with some people locally to do some fun things with the kids. Another big thing too is one of the staple programs that we have at the Boys and Girls Club is our Youth Volunteer Corps program. So what we're trying to do with that, Catherine Noak, the YVC director, she's putting together some wreath kits that we're going to deliver to some of our teen volunteers to put together, and then we are going to then in turn donate those to residents at Turning Brook.
Oh, very good.
Something kind of fun to do, an initiative, something that the kids can do at home, while they're on this extended break for the COVID pandemic.
And Brad, I'm so glad somebody's there to help with the online learning. I talk to families. They're trying to work from home. They have kids home trying to be learning online. The daycares are closed. What are families doing? What a terrible time. And I'm so glad there's some resources out there for families.
Yeah, I wish we could do a lot more. Unfortunately, it takes on a lot of our time too, but it's time that's well spent, especially being able to assist any of these families. Like you said, it's hard right now because you're trying to juggle your work life, juggle your personal life, and it's all kind of intermingled right now. So it's really important for us to step up for the families that we know of that really can use some extra resources this time of year, especially at this time of year, and be able to do some wonderful, fun, engaging activities with them.
Right. You're trying to be a parent, a disciplinarian, and a teacher. And, it's been too long since I've been in school. My granddaughter would come over, and I'd help her, and I'd get the answer, Grandma, you can't do it that way. Well, that's the only way I know how to do it, but you can't do it that way. So thank goodness you have that. And you have some other exciting things going on. You kicked off your capital campaign.
We did. Last month when I was on the show, we talked about we had our virtual Q&A and virtual tour, and it went really well. It was very well attended. We had quite a few people that were in attendance on our Zoom call. It gave us an opportunity as an organization to show what our plans are, what our vision is of this new building, and what our vision is for the community and the kids that are going to attend, and talk about some of the expanded program and programs and services that we want to offer. We're very excited to be able to be being engulfed in this capital campaign right now because, being able to move from a facility of 8,000 square feet to 21,000 square feet and be able to have more opportunity to collaborate, to partner with people in the community, and to offer more services to youth. And then, of course, down the line, we also want to try to do some more, do some things where we offer some counseling services for older teens in the community, and just be able to do more, and to be able to breathe. Right now, our current building, before pre-COVID, we were at capacity. We're seeing a lot more attendance, a lot more kids coming through our doors. This gives us an opportunity to grow. And that's the biggest thing going forward is we want to grow.
And you say 8,000 square foot building that you're in now. It sure doesn't seem like 8,000 square feet when you're in there. I mean, that's a tight building.
And even with right now, especially with the way that we have to space the kids out and with social distancing and things like that, it's definitely, even with less kids, we have less programming space because of those things. So, the East Campus building just gives us an opportunity to see our vision for the future, to grow as an organization, and to do the things that we want to see in the community by making a positive impact on the youth.
Okay, you brought a prop with you today to talk about our next event.
So
Giving Tuesday.
Giving Tuesday. This has been an amazing initiative with a partnership through Community Foundation here in Alpena. There's a lot of different nonprofits that are participating again this year. We were lucky enough to be one of the organizations, that are able to join in year after year. The biggest thing with the funds that are raised to help with this initiative, it helps with operating costs right now.
Yes.
Money that we use to help with our food program, money we help for program expenses.
Power bill, gas bill.
Power bill, gas bill. It just goes right down the line. But, as with most nonprofits in Alpena, we've all taken a big hit because of fundraisers. We've all taken it because we can't run fundraisers or we can't do certain initiatives right now because of all of the restrictions on social gatherings and things of that nature. So really pleading for everybody out there that on December 1st, the Tuesday after Thanksgiving, to visit the cfnem.org website, find whatever you want to give to. I mean, there's, like I said, so many different organizations.
Yes.
But the funds are so much needed right now, and it's awesome to be able to see what us and other nonprofits in the community can maximize with the funding that we're able to receive. So, if you're thinking out there end of the year gift for anybody or thinking to help out something, right after Thanksgiving, please think about Giving Tuesday for area nonprofits, Boys and Girls Club, anybody that's participating to step up to help.
I went online and checked out the website. Very easy to use, simple to use, easy to give to your favorite group or organization, or give to all of them.
Yeah, I give to all of them.
Yeah, and I always, like I said, I always look so forward to driving by the Community Foundation afterwards and seeing the number on their sign, how much money was given. And to me, it's amazing how much money gets given on Giving Tuesday.
And over the last 4 or 5 years, it's really, it's just really increased with visibility and exposure of the initiative itself. And so much of that, all of that money stays local and it goes right towards helping our community to become continue being a great place to live and a great place to have your kids and to serve the people that live here. Yes, it is.
So let's go back to Capital Campaign. We only have a minute left. So how do people get involved in the Capital Campaign?
So we have a lot of different ways. You can either call us.
Okay.
We have pledge cards that are available for it. You can visit our website. The website actually discusses, how to make a gift via check or a credit card donation, and of course, and again, we have a partnership with Community Foundation, which is a very prominent organization that deals with a lot of different funds in the community. So, we're able to make sure that everything is tax deductible. I'm learning a lot about the understanding that you can you can trade stocks and bonds, you can give real estate, you can give all kinds of things to make a donation to an organization. Perfect. So, and we're very lucky to have Community Foundation because they're able to handle that. Us as a small nonprofit, it's harder for us to do these things. So. It's really exciting to be able to partner with them to help assist us in gathering the funds to help this building become a possibility.
Okay, we're out of time. I want to thank you very much, and happy Thanksgiving to you and your staff, and thanks so much for doing all you're doing for the youth in our community.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thank you. I'll be right back with some information from Huron Humane Society following these messages. Hi, welcome back. My last two guests today are both from Huron Humane Society. I have Caitlin Tree and Cindy Johnson. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Thanks for being here, and we have so much to talk about. You want to start with snowflakes, Cindy?
Okay. We are doing a fundraiser this year, and with COVID, we have to think of new ways to bring in money to keep the shelter going. So we try to be as creative as we can. So this year we are selling snowflakes. The backside has our logo on it, and there's 2 sizes. And you can do them in memory of somebody. You can buy them for your business. You can groups can pool their money and buy one. The smaller ones are $100. The larger ones are $200. And these will decorate the tree at Culligan Plaza.
Oh, wonderful.
You can do as a holiday gift for somebody, and we can notify them that someone purchased a star for them, a star snowflake for them for the tree. But let's try to fill up the tree because the need is great.
It is. It's a wonderful, innovative idea.
Yeah. call the shelter.
Okay.
Get a hold of any board member, me, and we will make this happen. We put whatever you want on the snowflake. If it's memory, if it's a gift to someone, if it's a happy birthday message, we will attach, and then these will be hung on
Great
the tree.
idea.
Okay.
Okay, so take a kitty,
Take a kitty.
and then, Caitlin, do you want to tell me who you've brought with you today?
We have brought Jelly, which is a female, and then Cheerios. These kittens are just a little past 8 weeks old.
Okay.
These are actually siblings. They look nothing alike.
They
but
do look nothing
they're
alike.
From the same litter.
They sure are cute, though.
They are. They're both up for adoption now. They're both spunky. They're being pretty good right now, as usual. When they get to the shelter, that's when their true colors come out.
Okay.
So, yeah, these kittens are up for adoption now. We have, we're trying to lower our census a little bit at the shelter, but we still have a load of cats. We're still full as can be. So if you are looking for a little feline friend for the holiday season, these guys would make awesome additions to your family.
They would. They'd make some children very, very happy.
Oh, yes.
For sure. Or maybe an adult. You know, adults like cats, too.
Very true, very true.
All right, so what will we have to do to adopt one of these lovelies?
You can either put in an application on our website,
Okay.
www.huronhumanesociety.inc.org, or you can call the shelter at 989-356-4794, and one of us office girls would be happy to talk to anyone interested in adopting these little fuzz balls.
Okay. And, you know, maybe, bring, if you have another pet or an animal, maybe bring it with you to check them out to see how they're going to get along.
Yes, we like meet and greets. That's always a good idea.
And then they have to have the pet spayed or neutered.
Yes, and they get a certificate to get that done for free if it's
Okay.
not already done at Alpena Vet, Schweitzer's, or Sunrise.
Okay.
So they will get that when they adopt. And currently, because of COVID rules and stuff, we're trying to do everything by appointment, so we can fit most people in at whatever works for their schedule.
Okay. Now, our last guest talked about Giving Tuesday, and I know it's a very important event in our community, so I want to give you time to do your Giving Tuesday pitch.
Giving Tuesday it's just a lifesaver for the society and has been for several years, and we're just grateful to the Community Foundation for including us again
Yes.
this year. It's an easy way to give on December 1st for 24 hours. You can go. We will pick up donations most of the day on Tuesday. I run around, people call, I run around and get them. You can drop them at the shelter and we will get them to the Community Foundation.
okay.
And you can also go to the Community Foundation's website and find our logo and donate that way.
So if someone's not comfortable on a computer and they don't want that financial information there, they could call you.
Yes, they can, and
Good.
we will make it happen. We deliver many donations to the Community Foundation on Giving Tuesday. So there's many ways to give, and it really, really matters.
And it's so, so important.
It
Please
is.
know that it's very, very important.
Yeah, nonprofits, especially during COVID, we suffer. This never stops, and we have to find ways to, keep our doors open and keep on helping, whether it's animals, kids. Giving Tuesday is important to all of us.
Okay, and the next event we want to talk about is the Bissell, December 9th and 9th through 13th.
Yes, Bissell is having another adoption event. That's a reduced adoption fee, so it's $25 that day, a cat or dog. Senior kitten, $25 is
Awesome.
the adoption fee, and it's a grant program, so they reimburse us the rest, and it's a 3-day event, and it will be by appointment only.
Okay.
So you can look at our animals that are available at that time, put in an application, so you've started the process.
So you're ready.
So you're ready, and then we'll complete the adoption in that time frame, that whatever works for you.
I see the Bissell commercials on TV, and they do donate a lot for animal shelters.
They are across the country doing wonderful, wonderful things for animals. There's some heartbreaking stories out there, and they're involved in a lot of them.
Okay. All right, newsletter.
Newsletter. Our newsletter, we're currently just finishing it up, so it will be in your mailbox within the next couple of weeks. It tells the community a lot of the important things that we've done throughout the year, ways that they can give back. It's just a good way to keep up on the happenings at the society. And we also include an envelope, so if you want to pop something in and give it back, and you can earmark it for many places. It can be for the building fund, it can be for spay and neuter, it can be for medical, it can be for general. You can sponsor kennels, but all of that information will be in our newsletter.
Okay, and the next we want to talk about is retail shop.
Retails, we know we're in a period where we're supposed to be contactless, so you can shop at retails. We've got a lot of really neat things in, but we are also starting to post a lot on retail's page, and so if you see something on there and you want it, and I did this the other day, you can send us a message. We can take payment over the phone. I can or call, and we'll deliver. So you don't have to leave your home to shop, but you can still come in and shop at retails.
Okay, and you're still collecting pop cans?
Pop cans, oh my gosh, it's been a lifesaver for us this year. So pop cans, if you have them, please drop them off outside the building. We'll get them. There's nothing special you have to do, and if you need us to come and get them, we can do that as well.
Okay, and let's go back to we have enough time to talk about the snowflakes one more time.
Okay.
A very important fundraiser going to be put on the tree at Culligan Plaza.
Yeah.
The little ones are 100.
The little ones are 100 and the big ones are 200.
200?
You can put anything on these.
Okay.
It can be business, it can be a birthday message, just a Christmas message to someone. We can let them know that someone purchased something for them. It can be in memory. This one is actually, these two are actually in memory of, and these will be hanging on the tree. The sooner we get these done, the longer they're on the tree for the holiday season, and people can go down and find their snowflake.
Okay.
So this is important.
And once again, make an appointment, come and see these beautiful kittens, and if you want to take them home for the holidays, it's very easy to do, contactless. We can make it simple and easy. Please come, and then the Bissell event, very important too, a chance to get an animal at a discounted price, and and just important that you spay and neuter your pets.
Yes.
Important things that we don't have to go through this all the time. Well, and once again, thank all of you. Happy Thanksgiving to your staff and crew and volunteers for all that you do in our community for the animals. It's greatly appreciated by all of us here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And from all of us here at WBKB TV, happy Thanksgiving. Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
BB.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster, president of Alpena Community College, and I'm pleased to have a special guest this morning, Sarah McMaster, my daughter.
Hi, nice to be here.
Great to have you. So, Sarah, you are in medical school
I am,
at Michigan State University College of Osteopathic Medicine.
That's correct.
And you are, what, about 4 or 5 months into it?
Yep, so I started in June here. I was up here for the early part of the quarantine, which was lovely to be able to be up here. And then I moved down to Detroit in June and started medical school there, mostly online, as everyone is right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been going since June. I've got just a couple weeks left here in my second semester. And I'll be, a good chunk of the way through my first couple years of medical school.
Wow,
Yeah.
yes. Well, that was a remarkable period where we were all in the house together for, what, 10 and a half weeks?
It was quite a while.
But I wanted to ask you a little bit about what it's like to do medical school virtually, or remote, as we call it.
It's been a little strange, I had a normal undergrad experience. I went
Sure.
to Albion College and I graduated back there back in May. So, lost out on that graduation ceremony, had a virtual one, like most people who graduated in 2020. And so, I had never done the kind of online school thing. I'd always done everything in person, very small class sizes. That's what I was used to. And so kind of going from that to, we're watching recorded lectures and, popping up in a Zoom or a Google meeting or a WebEx a couple of times a week. It was a change of pace, but, one that you can get used to pretty quickly. And luckily, here in the second semester, we were able to do some things on campus to go in and do some of the kind of hands-on learning that you need to do to become a doctor.
Sure.
And so being able to do those, add those on top of the normal remote learning, I thought was really helpful, at least having that little mix in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Our students at ACC are having to do the same thing. We had the remote period that started in mid-March and went through the end of the semester. By the way, the Albion commencement ceremony was kind of the framework for the one we chose to do.
Yes.
And thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that turned out quite nicely. And then the piece, 2 weeks ago, the governor told all the colleges, yours and ours, and all the other ones in schools, that they needed to go remote. So I think we're more prepared for it, than we were in March.
Absolutely.
What I found is interesting, there are upsides to it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I think I was telling you about this just a couple days ago, but I find it really helpful to be able to, if you have the recorded lectures instead of attending one, in person, you can go back and rewatch them again. I like to watch them at maybe 1.5 or double speed to get through them a little bit faster. Or you can group lectures of a similar subject matter all together so it makes more sense to you and stuff like that. That I really like. I've found that a pretty invaluable part of how I am learning all of the content that I need to learn. And I imagine your students are finding at least some of that quite helpful as well.
That is right on the money, and that is one of the major upsides that I certainly didn't foresee, maybe other people who are more tuned into it. But the idea that a lecture is captured and archivable in this format is so different than my experience in learning, and better. Yeah. So you have to pump up the pace a little bit because the professors talk a little slow.
Well, sometimes they have breaks. They have, like, I'll give you 30 seconds to think about it. I don't need to spend 30 seconds thinking about it. I can just have them tell me.
So you hit fast forward.
I hit fast forward.
Yeah, just go to the good spots.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, so how do you do some of the hands-on stuff that I would think, examining people's eyes or ears or this sort of thing, where you have to be, my guess, fairly closer than maybe safely you should be. How do you learn how to do that in this environment?
Yeah, so that we actually did in person, but it does require some extra, PPE. So we all, every time that we were on campus, we had to fill out a little COVID screening form ahead of time, the night before or early in the morning. To make sure that we hadn't been exposed.
Sure.
And then, we were masks on all the time in any building, hand sanitizer everywhere.
Yeah.
And then we all had to wear, for most of the time, either those, like some safety glasses or a plexiglass face shield. When cases started ramping up again, it turned back into the face shield all the time. So both you and the person that you're working with, your patient, are in full mask, plexiglass face shield, and we don't do exams that require you to take down the mask or get under the face shield.
Sure.
So there are, a couple losses in terms of things that we can learn during this precise time period, but we made it work pretty well. Yeah.
I'm sure you did. We've got 2 minutes left, and I would be remiss if I didn't ask you to reflect on the influence of your ACC classes on your success journey.
Yeah, well, they're an important part of that journey. So I took a couple classes at ACC. They were dual enrolled, so during my senior year of high school, I graduated in 2016 from AHS. But I took a calculus class here with Sarah Burt. It was a great class. It was so small. It was perfect for my level of calculus understanding. I needed that one-on-one. And then I took anatomy and physiology with Mr. Bellows there my senior year. And, if I wasn't certain about what I was doing going into undergrad or, having applied for colleges, being in that anatomy and that physiology class really, really propelled me there. It was like, oh, okay, this is what I'm super interested in. This is what I'm good at. Yeah. This is what I want to do. And so that was, there was a really good time. I had a good time in those classes.
Yeah. Those are two very, very fine instructors.
Yeah, and so, having had that experience, that kind of early boost up into college before I actually left home and went to college, to a four-year university, it was really helpful to me. And I liked it a lot.
Well, we're proud of you. Thanks for coming home for Thanksgiving. We're going to go have some leftovers.
Sounds good.
And thank you folks for watching Talk of the Town. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe, and we'll see you again next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your host, Nancy Smitham and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.